Here's a great little Photoshop trick I saw through Rick Sammon, and it was on the PhotoPhocus blog. And it's really just a fun thing to do with some of your images. So I have this picture here of this flower, and as you can see, I've already made a copy of it, so we're working off the copy, not the original. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go up to Filter, we're going to go to Distort, and go to Twirl. This will bring up the dialog box. We will drop the size here over the dialog box so you can see it. And then you can play with how much of this you want to add to it. So we're going to look here at, I don't want it too there, that looks pretty good. We'll put it about there in the distortion. That's at, by the way, 350 if you want to use that exact number, but you're going to play with it yourself. So we're going to hit OK. And as you can see, we now have this kind of swirl from the middle coming out to the side. So next thing we're going to do is I'm going to the marquee tool. I am going to highlight the image, and I'm going to do Edit, Copy. And you'll see why I'm doing that in a minute. So we'll continue for the moment here. We can deselect that image. Now what I'm going to want to do is take the image very similar to this and duplicate it on this right hand side. So the first thing I'm going to do that is go to Image, Canvas Size. Now when this dialog box comes up, this is where you can decide how you want the image to expand, or the canvas to expand. I want it to expand to the right of this image now. So I would make my anchor point to the left. So now any expansion is going to happen from that point over to the right. And I want to actually double the width of this canvas. So I've already done the math, and I know that double this comes out to, double 167 comes out to 334, and I'll hit OK. So now I'm going to move this command box out of the way. Now you can see we have a canvas where we filled in one side and we have an equal amount on the other side. So now what we have to do is I'm going to go into File, New, and you can call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it Copy. And I hit OK. And if you remember before, I copied this original image. So now I'm going to hit Edit, Paste. And I have this image now on this new file. And here's the reason you have to make a new file. I'm going to now go up to Image, Image Rotation, and I'm going to flip horizontal. So now the image is, as you can see, obviously turned around 180 degrees on a horizontal axis. So I wonder if you can see where I'm going here at this point. We go back into our marquee tool again, and we copy this image now. Edit, Copy. Let's go back to our original image. Now we're going to hit Edit, Paste. And here's the image. We'll go into our Move tool and take this over to fill the right hand side, and then I'm going to use the keyboard adjustments here to line this up so that middle part comes in just the way it is. So you can see now what we have here is quite an interesting image of just taking that flower, doing the swirl on it, reversing one of them, and just merging them together. So the next thing I would probably do here is go into the crop and just get rid of where you can see some of the white border that we don't need. We'll just come down a little bit on that. That's looked pretty good. Hit Return. And there you go. You have kind of an interesting image. Let me see if I can give it to you more in full frame here. So you can kind of see how it looks. It's not bad. And this is courtesy of Rick Sammon, and it's called the famous Sammon Twirl. So give it a try. It's really fun.